Wow, what a great lesson from Miss Kelly Kemp, one of our master teachers. Only there was something missing, right? The technology. So after observing that lesson and all the great things that she was doing with her students, she and I had a conversation about how she could take the smartboard in her classroom and really engage her students, how she could really get them up, moving around in the classroom and interacting with the technology that is available to her to really increase that student engagement. So here are a couple of the things that I showed her that she could do with SMART. Remember that card that Ms. Kemp held up with the objective on it, where she had the Post-it note in front of one word and the students were talking about what they thought that covered up word was? Well, here's a great example of how you can use SMART Notebook and the different tools to make that engaging so the students can interact with it. So one of the ways that she could have done the same exact thing was to talk about the objective. Notice there's a blank here. The students could come up one by one and pick up a pen and write down what do they think fills in that blank. I believe one of the students said, I think it is, the word missing is circle, right? So then that student could go back and sit down, and the next person, maybe, let's say the next one said circuit. Right, so then she could have discussion about all the different suggestions that they made. Then she could take her eraser and reveal that in fact the student who guessed circuit or used the word circuit was correct. However, the other thing that she can also do is talk about how the word circle is related to the circuit and connect that learning and help them solidify that they were on the right track, headed in the right direction. So another example of the exact same thing is, again, we have the same exact objective and we have a simple box covering up that same word. Again, the students could come up here, write the word either on top of the box. So I'm going to write the word circle again. Can move that away so that the next student that comes up could write in the same place. And we can go on over and over until all the students have an opportunity to come up here and put what they were talking about. So then she could simply move this box and again connect the learning, talk about how those words were close or on track, or maybe do some reteaching, maybe they had some misconceptions, and clearing those things up. So these are some very simple, easy ways to do the same exact thing. Take those fantastic teaching practices that you have and simply bring in the technology that is available to you to do the very same thing, only on one more notch above. One of the other great things that Smart Notebook has available is, here is a circuit series activity that's already built into the gallery. So I pulled this into my lesson, and so we could talk about all the different parts of a circuit. So I could move the switch in, bring the battery, put light bulbs on the line, and then I can click the switch and we can see what happens, and we can discuss what all the different components are, connect the learning. The students could be able to come up here and manipulate this and really get some hands-on experience. If you don't have manipulatives in your classroom, maybe this is a simulation because that's all you can do. This is still great. It's interactive, it's kinesthetic. The kids are getting up, walking around, showing what they know, and it's going to engage them. So after my conversation with Miss Kemp, showing her what I just modeled for you, she was so excited. Some of those ideas never dawned on her. That's what our office does. We create a partnership with teachers and we support them in the implementation of the technology, whether it be a smartboard or an iPad or whatever they have available to them. It's about supporting them to take them from good to great. So after our conversation, she was super excited and cannot wait to start implementing all of these strategies in her classroom. Can't wait to see what she does next.